Yo guys, and today we're going to be talking about quite a controversial topic that's been going around the media. As you may well know, Ronaldo has kicked off at Manchester United. Now, before I get into this, I will admit that there are always two sides to this story. You never know what's happened, what's going on in Ronaldo's private life. I'm going to try and be as respectful as possible in this video, but let's get straight into this. So as we know, recently Cristiano Ronaldo went on Piers Morgan's interview and he said maybe a lot of stuff controversial about Manchester United. Some are saying it's the truth that Manchester United don't like that. Others are saying it shouldn't have been said. But like I say, it's quite a hot topic to talk about, and it can be quite sensitive. Ronaldo he went with Piers Morgan. He said how Ranić isn't even a coach. He's not a proper coach, and I get that he's got the opinion of him, but at the end of the day, he was your coach. Whether you think that he is a good coach or not, whether you think he's experienced enough, whether you've won more Champions Leagues than him, that doesn't matter at all. He is your coach, and you get on with him. I think there's a sense of an ego going in a bit there, saying how Ranić isn't good enough to coach him. Like I say, he's your manager, and you play under him. Neville, he also went on to say Neville and Rooney aren't his friends. Obviously, we all know that controversial thing with Rooney back in the 2008 Euros, and I think that's why he left Manchester United. Again, they spoke out and they've maybe gone a bit harsh into him. As we all know, you never know what's going on in someone's lives, and Ronaldo has been through a lot lately with stuff that's been happened in his private life. So I guess he was very upset that they weren't really thinking too much before they were speaking, I guess. And I know, don't get me wrong, I know he's always got something on personal. However, they didn't go in on his personal life. They spoke about his football. Like I say, I know that he might be going through something personal, but at the end of the day, they don't know that. They're just talking about his football. I think maybe if he had gone up to him and maybe asked him and said, look, I'm going through something personal, maybe don't go too harsh on me, I guess, maybe in private, but I think maybe coming out of an interview, I think is a bit silly. Don't get me wrong, Neville and Rooney, I'm sure Ronaldo's their mate, do you know what I mean? And I just feel like maybe a bit of an ego's grown in. Like I said, I know he's gone through something, but I think it's just they've only judged his football, do you know what I mean? He then said the fans should know the truth. It feels like there's more going on behind the scenes at Manchester United. To be fair, I actually respect that. We kind of knew that going in, that something wasn't right with Ronaldo. It's like because we all know that the Glazers, Man United, have not been happy with him. They haven't done a great job at all over the past couple of years. And it felt like with Ronaldo's attitude, we kind of knew that something wasn't going on at Manchester United. Something wasn't right. He knew something that we didn't, if that makes sense. And he said the fans should know the truth. It feels like there's more going on behind the scenes with the Glazers, which we and even Man United fans don't know about. So even even he as a footballer doesn't really know what's going on. And the fact that a player has come out and spoke against the Glazers, do you know what I mean? It's not, I know the fans have been protesting for years, but the fans have always got an opinion. The fact that a player has come out and spoke about how bad the Glazers are doing, I think really does show what's going on at Manchester United. He said how Man United can't compete with the likes of Liverpool, Man City, and we've known that for ages. I know Ronaldo hasn't been in the Premier League, since 2009. He hasn't been in the Premier League. But we knew really from 26, pretty much as soon as Klopp came in, that Liverpool are looking like a good side and Man United was struggling to keep up with them too. We knew around 2018, 2019 that Man U are not going to win a league title in probably at least almost 10 years. We knew it was going to be a slow rebuild. He didn't really know that. But we've always known that Man United, maybe it's worse than it seems, but we always knew that Man United were never going to get close to a Premier League title. He said he went in on Rooney after Rooney criticised him. He said, probably just because I look better than him at 37. I think that's a silly comment to make. I think at this point in time, you've got to be adults about it, because like we say, we've been speaking about Ronaldo. He's got personal issues. He spoke about that. So, you know, you never know what Rooney's going through, and he's clearly insulted him, saying, you know, you look old. You know, I look better than you at an older age. He's losing the plot at this point. I think it's a really silly comment to make. And Ronaldo also said that he is disappointed because he thought him and Neville were friends. At the end of the day, he's just criticising your football. It's not, you know, he's not, whether you're friends or not, he's a pundit. He has his opinion on football. You've got to respect that. Yeah, and I know this sounds harsh, but I really feel like, even though Neville criticised him, it feels like he wants everyone to love him. You know, he talks about, I feel like he wants everyone, you know, he wants everyone to talk great about him. That's not how life is. I think especially when you've got an ego as Cristiano Ronaldo, not many people are going to like you. And I know that sounds really harsh, but it's true. And we're just going to get on to the last point here. It's a very short video because, again, we don't know the full situation on what's going on in Ronaldo's life. We only know what's been said. But so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And he said, and how we all know that he didn't go to pre-season because of his son passed away. And as we all know, family comes first. And that's what we've been talking about, his private life. Because a lot of people criticise that, saying he doesn't want to play for Man United. He's not turned up to training, when actually we all knew around June, I think it was, that his son had passed away. So I think, yeah, it's when you're speaking publicly, you've got to really think before you speak, you know. And I think he's obviously offended by a lot what has been said, and to be fair, rightly so. That's all I really want to come out and talk. I'm not necessarily defending him, because I do think, you know, he's definitely had in the wrong in some parts, but at the same time, there's always two sides to a story, and that's personally my opinion on it. What do you guys think? I'm always interested to hear your opinion. Drop a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, comment on what you think, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.